Another debut album turned 20 this year, Chariot by Gavin DeGraw, probably best known for I Don't Want to Be. It was the theme song to One Tree Hill, which I never watched. That was not my cup of tea. But that song was off of this record. This was another artist that my wife introduced me to, actually, before we started dating. I think he was the best of the pop rock artists of the period. He came from an oldies and classic rock background, but unlike Jet that we just talked about, the similarities were more subtle, and he was really able to capture the 2000s pop rock sound without getting too poppy. He was also probably the last one of those big acts in that genre to not, quote unquote, sell out. And by that I mean embrace pop and just go completely to the musical dark side for some of us who don't really like the modern pop sound. And that's what most of the other artists of that age and genre did. They either dropped off the face of the earth or they went completely pop. Gavin eventually actually did both. He lasted until 2013, which was longer than, say, Maroon 5 trained some acts in the same range that were big at the same time. He was, even though Train started earlier. But unlike those guys, when Gavin did, again, quote-unquote, sell out and go pop, none of the audience really followed him. And he didn't bring in new people that really liked the pop sound like, say, Train or Maroon 5 did. And he didn't have any more hits, and he just kind of disappeared. And he had a comeback last year with a record called Face the River. I say a comeback. He came back anyway with Face the River, which was both a return to form, but also showed a mark of maturity. He's currently on a European tour. He's coming back for a big Christmas show in New York City in December, and he seems to be having a little bit of a career resurgence that I hope continues. But this first record, it's very much a 2000s pop rock affair, and almost all the songs are boy-girl relationship type songs. The ones that aren't, I Don't Want to Be, which was his big hit, the theme song to One Tree Hill, has a little bit more philosophical weight than a lot of the other tracks on the record. He talks about his own life. His father was a prison guard, his mother a therapist, and he has these lines in the first verse. I don't need to be anything other than a prison guard son, than a specialist son, than the birth of two souls in one, which is a wonderful way to express the idea of the family unit and the creation of the individual within that unit. Musically, it's got a little bit heavier post-grunge sound to the music that separates it from the rest of the songs on the record. The title track, Chariot, another song that stands out, more soulful, blues feel, particularly with the piano. We have this great nature imagery. Staring at a maple leaf, leaning on the mother tree. Then it pivots to this religious idea of a chariot coming down from heaven, sweeping down to impart strength. Oh, chariot, your golden waves are... Another track that kind of breaks the mold, Chemical Party. This one's really the only straight-up rocker on the record. It's humorous, it's swaggering. Chemical Party, love her down. But it's also got a serious point and some teeth to it. It's basically making fun of the youth party culture of the time. I guess that's still going, I don't know. But the youth party culture, the drug culture, and Gavin's pointing out that you may think you're having fun abusing substances, but it's really just dulling your senses. Who here would feel it? Who here could heal it? Who here would try? Really, really good stuff there. Again, the rest of the record, thematically, it's just straight up boy-girl relationship stuff set atop a 2000s pop rock ballad. So criticisms can be lobbed that it's just kind of all the same and it's commercial. But even though, yeah, it's all 2000s commercial pop rock, it's really well done commercial pop rock. The songwriting's top notch, and he does employ some chord progressions on some of the tracks to separate them a little bit, because he knows that you can't just have the same 4 chords over and over again in every single song. And he also knows exactly who his audience is and who he's playing for. So it's some really great stuff, some really romantic stuff in there. If you like 2000s pop rock, go check out this record. Glad to see him having a bit of a resurgence. Gavin DeGraw is a great artist, highly underrated, and he does not need to be lost to the tides of time.
This is the start of something good. Don't you agree?
If you enjoyed that clip, be sure to check out the full episode on the Words Like That YouTube channel or wherever you get your podcasts.
Can't have no words like that.